Were you surprised by Boehner resigning? That was a surprise, right?
A big surprise. I was
Oh.
surprised, yeah.
This was you and Boehner here, right? Yeah. How long did it take you to get all that orange goo off of your face?
4 years.
Are you going to miss Boehner?
It's a funny thing where we completely disagree on so many issues,
Right.
but you have a respect, and he was very loyal
Really?
to his members, to his caucus.
It seems like the Republicans didn't like him.
Well, they said to him, either you shut down government
Right.
or you give up the gavel, and he responsibly
Right.
gave up the gavel
So fine.
and kept government open.
How's your relationship with Obama, with the president?
I think excellent, but you'd have to ask him.
Do you ever wince like when you see him in his mom jeans?
His mom jeans?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah, I know. No, I don't
They're
want
kind of hiked up to here and they got the flat front.
I don't care.
Let's talk about, if you would, the upcoming election. A couple of things. Let's talk about the Democrats first.
I think we have all good candidates running on the Democratic side. Any one of them would be a good president. But in this field, Hillary Clinton is the person who will be our nominee.
Would you be upset if the first female president happened on the Republican side? Or would you still be, oh,
No.
okay, girl, I don't know, I don't agree with you, but you know, we still got it. Okay, as far as the GOP, the Republicans, who's the least crazy over there? Not to Trump.
It's a hard contest.
Like, is there anybody over there on that side who you'd get like a big gay ice cream with?
I would name several, but I don't want to get them in trouble in their caucus.
No, you will. Look what happened with Chris Christie. He touched a black president, and now he can't be president.
Well, he has other problems.
If you're at the inauguration of President Trump, would you be projectile vomiting or just throw up in your mouth? Which one?
It will never happen.
Throw up in your mouth?
We'll never know.
Yeah.
He's not going to be president of the
Ain't gonna
United
happen?
States. No. And he knows that.
You think he knows?
Oh, of course he knows.
Really?
Well, I think this is about book sales and
Really?
lecture fees. I mean, for all of them. Maybe not George, what's his name, Jeb Bush.
No, I agree with
Not for
that.
him.
Do you have any regrets of being in the House or a speaker? Do you ever wish, man, I wish we could have got that done?
Yeah, one regret. We really do have to address the issue of gun safety in our country.
What do you think is the biggest hurdle with passing anything? Because it seems like nothing ever happens when these incidents happen, and that's very disheartening to people that want to see something.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest stumbling block?
The National Rifle Association and the Gun Owners of America.
They think people want to take away their guns.
Nobody wants to take away their guns. What we don't want is for people who shouldn't have a gun to have a gun.
Right.
One time when I was in a child care center in my district, we were playing on the floor and there was like 4-year-old children.
Sure.
And a balloon popped. And one of the little children said, "Drop."
Wow.
Isn't that something?
4 years old.
4 years old.
That's-
Drop.
Wow.
So something's very wrong and sick
Yeah,
about
it's
this.
in the culture.
Yeah. So what's more important?
Right, I
Political
agree.
survival or the survival of children in Newtown?
I agree.
College kids in Oregon.
One more question. You know we play a game called Keep It 100. You have
Yes,
to
I
keep
do.
it 100% real,
know.
okay?
I've seen
If
it.
you do, you get a sticker, and if not, I just throw this big clump of wheat tea at you.
And then may I keep
You
them?
can keep it, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So here's your question. Okay, so you're in a hot air balloon. You're falling right now. You're listening. Why? Because you have too much weight. There are 3 other people in that hot air balloon, and you got to get rid of one of them.
This happens to us every day.
Every day. I use
Congress.
only relatable questions when we keep it 100. Okay, who do you throw overboard? Mitch McConnell, John Boehner, or Donald Trump?
All of the above.
All of the above. And then you just soar back. I have to give you both of these. I think for that one. There you go.